Yeah.
All right, so tonight I guess we're gonna have something called, like, we're gonna change this around and we're just gonna have people ask questions. And so,
You need somebody to ask questions.
go ahead.
Right.
Maybe we can answer.
I could answer questions, but I can't just talk. I don't know how to talk.
Kitty
Okay,
belongs up
Jack,
there too, I
what's your
think.
question?
Kitty, she's a good talker.
For the panel.
Yeah, Joanne, she's a good talker.
They're a
Yeah.
panel.
She's one talk.
Anybody up there have any stories about Josie Banana?
Joanne Rosemont, right.
Richard,
Betty
you from
Malini,
Minnesota.
she's a good talker.
I don't think they can hear you.
Asked the question, he wants to know if
What
anybody's
year
got
did
any
RD
stories
start?
about Josie Banana.
RD,
Yes.
late 40s, early 50s.
Is that when you started?
Explain who RD is.
Ralph Dayura and Sons.
No, you mean, Ralph?
Is that who you're
No,
talking?
not RDAD.
Yeah, I thought so.
I'm
You was
sorry.
talking about it.
Oh, AD?
Yeah.
AD started in 1950.
Explain who AD is.
I was a young little man, a young little boy. Shy, bashful. My buddy Richie.
That's a lie,
Very-
Bashful.
Very instrumental in helping me out all the time. I'll tell you the story how Richie and I met.
And Howard
I
gets.
went from Landisville School, Richie went from Minnesota Old School. Landisville people didn't talk to Minnesota people in them days. So Richie Crow, we all envied Richie Crow. He was big. He could wear his brother's army uniform. We were 3 foot tall. Richie was a husky kid.
Never grew any more after that.
And we didn't talk, but we both loved trucks. One day, I used to ride to New York with my brother Frank, and we had a fuel up going up. And my brother Frank is driving for Betty Malini's uncle, Sam Mastrangelo, Trio Express.
Uncle Sam.
And we get to New Brunswick, and we had to stop and fuel up on the way to New York. And we pulled into the truck stop, and there's a truck ahead of us with a load of produce on, going to New York. It was Ronald Crow with his helper, Richard Crow.
But it
We
was
didn't know each other.
Mumfordini's truck though.
Mumford D.
Vito Mumfordini's truck.
Richie and I didn't know each other. We knew each other by seeing us in 6th grade, but that was it. Well, Trio's truck didn't have a door on the right. It had a door on the right, but it didn't open. So I had to climb in and out the window. Now I'm climbing in and out the window, and I see a little chubby kid at the truck ahead of us.
Walker, you should have seen him coming out that diamond T window. Laugh. It was I wish I had a movie camera then.
They didn't have. Well, anyhow, from that day till today, we've been as close as 2 coats of roadside paint. We're stuck together like glue. And that's the story of AD. And here I am, 82 years later. Well, now I'm 85. I can't remember. I got so old. I can't count that high. And I quit driving after 65 years. I quit at 82 years old. I don't want to knock on wood, but I will. I drove 65 years.
That's from my.
At the end, the tractor and trailer was 65 foot long, bumper to bumper. I went 65 years. The first trailers we drove were 20 foot long. Now they're up to 53 feet long. Bumper to bumper, 65 foot long. I drove one for 65 years, knock on wood. I've never had an accident, chargeable or otherwise. I lost a few wheels. Paulie was behind me one night when a wheel came off. We went 5 telephone poles on the ground, right, with no wheel.
Yeah.
5 telephone poles. We followed the track where the wheel came off, and we ran with no wheel. I ran with no wheel. And lost another one on Wheat Road at Bob's Milk Bar. Remember Bob's Milk Bar?
Yeah, that was one of the.
Set of wheels came off of the trailer and over went the trailer with a bulk load of sweet potatoes all over Wheat Road. I said, oh, on poor shoe the time, they was pulling them 4 here, and I started to say that he had. And that was it. Like I said, I could answer questions, but I can't talk.
You think he can't talk, you don't know when he's got in that bottle.
Yeah, that was Bob Rosamendi.
Pardon?
That was Bob Rosamendi that had that place.
back then. That was my mother's cousin.
I didn't know his last name.
Rosamini.
He had a
He went
nice,
into Martex, didn't he?
Yeah.
that was a packaging place, wasn't it?
Packaging, yeah.
Yeah, he had a nice little neighbor working in there. She was a Fiocchi girl, a very pretty girl at Bob's Milk Bar, right? Yeah.
Well, his wife was born and raised right on Wait Road. She was in Abriola.
What was his name?
Bob Rosamini.
Rosamini?
Yeah.
We had a Rosamini family in Landisville. Hollywood, they call them. Yeah, Rosamini, right,
Yeah.
right. They were related to the Tarpino family from
His
Landisville.
picture's on a tombstone. His picture's on a tombstone.
Yeah. Yeah, they called him Hollywood. He wore sunglasses all the time. Hey.
He said he wouldn't talk.
Yeah, but if they want me to talk, I'll talk. I could tell a story, but I can't.
Jack
talk.
Rollins had a question. He wanted to know if anybody had any stories about Josie Bonero.
About who?
Josie Bonero?
She was involved in
She
politics.
was some kind of politician, but we don't really know what she
They
was.
She had a
they
son-in-law
the
that-
Savoy.
See, her son-in-law was our baseball coach.
Oh.
Landisville Boys Club.
He,
Who
Charles
asked the question?
Lanyon, wasn't it? Charles Lanyon, the son-in-law, was Mr. Lanyon. He used to be a shop
Charlie
teacher at
Lanyon,
Cleary.
Yeah,
I
Lanyon.
don't know.
And she-
You know, there's a relationship between the Del Ducas and the Boneros.
Mhm.
Charlie Layton.
Yeah.
Called Red's Landing. Red's Landing,
Yeah.
Yeah, resident.
Red's Landing.
Red's Landing, yeah.
Genevieve's there.
Margie and Francis, because our niece. Her son-in-law was our baseball coach. And
Well,
we,
Jack here was married to, I can't,
I knew.
I can't hear it, I got her name.
Josie was way up in years before I got to meet her, but I knew she was a character. When
I
when
get
she
you.
was sick, she was bedridden. And we'd go to visit her, and she'd give us hell instead of saying, she's glad to see us, she'd give us hell for staying away so long. She was one tough lady, and she had a lot of influence in Atlantic County, on Atlantic County politics. Somebody had a problem, they-
Jack, can you come up closer? Can you come up? They can't hear you.
No, I told you, I can only see out of one eye tonight.
he was married to a
You what?
He was married to a Genovese. His
Oh,
wife
yeah.
was one of the,
Josie had a
I
lot-
don't know if it
lot
was
of
Margie or.
Margie and Francis Genevieve.
Yeah,
I went to school with them.
oh, you did, yeah, yeah.
You married one of them?
I married Francis.
Which one, Francis or Jen?
Francis, yes,
Francis?
yes.
She was in my class.
How about that,
They lived near the firehouse.
yeah. Right,
Yeah.
right between where.
Now I'll tell you a story about Red Lake. He was a military man in the Millville Air Base. He was taking out Josie's daughter, and he married her, and he became our coach.
Mhm.
Baseball. We had it 2 or 3 years. And then we went to Milan, and we took over another team's position because they quit, and we wound up in second place. And I had my old uniforms for 2 years. And my brother seen them in my basement. He said, "What are you doing with them?" I said, "The kids play with them." He said, "Send them to the Hall of Fame." I said, "You're nuts." So he sent them to the he sent my name and whatnot to the Hall of Fame, Cooperstown, and that's where the uniforms are today.
Yeah, well, be
Landisville Boys Club.
Yeah.
There's a blue one and a red one. And I got a picture of the team and everything else.
Wow.
Landisville Boys Club?
And he had